What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Imperfect Action Show. I'm late 2 minutes. I'm gonna just keep it real. But you know what it is? We take imperfect action to get things done. I'm your host, Brendan Boyd, and on the Imperfect Action Show, we share marketing and business lessons, strategies, principles that help get you to the next level. And we do it completely for free every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. PST to 10 a.m. PST. Today we do not have a guest. We will have an amazing guest tomorrow. This is episode number 94, I believe. And today I want to share 5 pillars of success with you. So before we get to the 5 pillars of success, like every single time, what I'm going to do is I am going to share this out with my community to let them know we are live and popping. You can pop in and everything like that. Now, if you want to actually join our accountability community, right? The action takers. It's $99 a month. We help you to be more accountable with content creation, executing. You get accountability from it every week. We have strategy sessions. Those modules are recorded, and you have the access to really just be in a group of like-minded people that are going to help you get to that next level. So you definitely want to be a part of the Action Takers community if you're looking for accountability. So if that's you, we will have the link below so you don't want to miss out on that and tap into that. So let me just send this message real quick, talking about 5 pillars of success. Okay, boom. Just shot that out. All right, guys, let's get into this topic. Let me expand this real quick. I'm going to expand this real quick. And I'm actually going to listen. I'm gonna shoot. Yo, it's going crazy in here. I actually had to reset my Instagram multiple times because my DMs wasn't working. So real quick, we are live on the Imperfect Action Show, talking about 5 pillars of success. You don't want to miss it. So I'm sending this out in real time. Let me drop this link here so people can tap in. All right, guys. There's so much stuff I want to share with you. And I'm just so excited to share it with you. So why don't we just get into it? Why don't we just get into it? Okay. So I'm gonna go into my notes and we're gonna talk about the 5 pillars of success. Ty was good. Chandra was good. What's popping? What's up, you guys? All right. So pillar number 1. Now these are 5 pillars of success to help you get to the next level. Okay. Pillar number 1. Don't play the get rich slow game. Don't play the get rich slow game. Okay, so what does that mean, all right? So, you know when people are like, yo, man, this is a scheme. Hey, yo, man, this is a scam. Hey, yo, man, you can't do that in a week. You can't do that in a month. That sounds too good to be true. I'm going to let y'all know. You know what sounds too good to be true? Being broke and being broke slow. That sounds too good to be true. But the truth is, more people believe that is actually how things need to be than that they can actually make it happen in less time. So do not play into the get rich slow game, because whatever money you can make in a year, you can make that in a month. Whatever money you can make in a month, you can make that in a week. Whatever money you can make in a week, you can make that in a day, right? There's ways to do that. So don't play the get rich slow game, all right? That's pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is, and I took some notes here, some extra notes. Separate time from money. So the most valued commodity is time, and we need to separate time from money. What does that mean, Brendan? Okay, well, let me give you some more notes. Can this, and this is a question you should ask yourself. Can this business make money if I'm not present? Because if it can't make money if you're not present, that means you need to be in the business for it to move. You can't separate time from money if you need to be in there. Second question, can this business be taught by others or automated by machines? So meaning, is there a way that I can set this up that's going to take no effort or minimal effort that I can automate and it can create and generate income? Can I train someone else to run it? Can you actually spend some time and train somebody one time, or maybe hire somebody to train, so then that gives you more time freedom? Can the delivery process be the same at $100 to $100,000? So basically, whatever your price point is, like whatever that product and that service costs, can the delivery process be the same? So whether it's going to be a high ticket, low ticket, can that process be the same? And is there a way that I can scale this business without increasing time? So is there a way, and maybe that way is with money, maybe that way is with hiring, maybe that way is with more software, but is there a way that I can scale this without increasing my time? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. All right. So pillar number 2 is, this is how you get more successful, y'all. Separate time from money. Really imagine what business that you're in. Can you do that? Or the business that you're creating, can you do that? Right? You see how I'm thinking in real time, right? Can this be done? These are questions you need to be asking yourself. All right. Now, if you already own a business, right? What part of the business can be automated? Another question that you should ask. Is there a way to get people with my skill set to work for me and I can sell their time instead of me selling my time? So meaning, can you set it up and maybe market it, and then basically you're just selling a service, and you have people that are actually doing the service. You're just handling the marketing part. And then what skills do your employees or a virtual assistant need to be possessed to make sure that you have that deliverability for your clients and consumers? All right. So pillar number 3 is, you got to believe you're great, man. You just got to believe you're great. You have to believe you're great. So the biggest work that exists really begins between our ears. That's the biggest work that exists, because you can have all of the money, all the resources, all the materials. You can be set up to win, but you really have to believe that you can win. And not only do you have to believe that you can win, you have to build up habits that are going to support your success. You have to build up habits that are going to support your success. Let me give you an example. So when I started this podcast, my goal was just to go live every day, right? And then Instagram, some of you guys may have heard of this. Instagram was hating on me. I couldn't go live. So I ended up coming here to do it. And as a result, right, my consistency with the habits of being here every day, Monday through Friday at 9:30, has resulted into 94 episodes, which is going to be 100 very, very soon. And then 200, and then 300, right? So I built up the belief that I can do this every day. I can provide value. I'm not going to run out of information. Whether or not people catch me live or catch a replay, I have something to say. I have something to give people. It is valuable. When people receive it, it's going to be right on time for them. And all I need to do is keep doing what I'm doing and then show up and deliver. So that is read, do my programs, do my strategy, assimilate the information, and deliver the information, and then have a platform that can bring guests on that can do the same thing. That's my responsibility. And the result is what we're here, episode 94, because I created the new habits of doing that. So this didn't exist before. Oh, Chandler, thanks, 95. This didn't exist before. I had to create it, and then I had to perform new habits that would give me the success. I really appreciate you telling me that, because these episodes are just running. So 95. Okay. Number 4. Have an abundant mindset. So number 4 also extends off number 3. Have an abundant mindset. So after you believe that you can actually do the thing and you're giving yourself grace, and you finally determine that you like this is your place. Like you deserve to be here, and you're gonna show up as such. You have to have an abundant mindset. So now I can do a year in a month. I could do a month in a week. I could do a week in a day. I could do a year in a week. I could do a month in a day. I could do a year in a day, right? You believe in abundance. So one thing that I wrote down, there's a book that I'm reading. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. It's 2 volumes. And it's really like a parable. It's almost like I'm reading the Bible. It's a pretty dope book. So I don't have the notes in me because the book's over there, so I don't have the notes in front of me. But I just want to share, like, I want to paraphrase something and kind of share. So there was something in the book that spoke about how failure is only the result of bad habits and negative thinking. So failure is only the results of bad habits and negative thinking. And then success is really the result of turning those failures into learning experiences and deciding that you no longer have failures. And I thought that was so crazy. So I actually updated my my client commitment and success agreement. So Chandra, if we're moving and grooving, you're gonna see this agreement, and then you're gonna sign this agreement. But it's powerful because it's really your mindset, right? So going back to, pillar number 4 is having an abundant mindset. So you got to believe that, yes, I can be here and I can do these things and I need to become. Becoming comes down to habits. And then you're like, okay, if I'm in the environment and I'm learning and I'm just absorbing, I can really do financially, I can do this in a compressed amount of time to give me this result, right? But I wouldn't believe that if my environment wasn't conducive to expand my mindset, which is why reading is so important. The people you hang around with is so important. What you listen to, what you watch, all of that. And then what do you do with your available time? Which is something that one of my mentors actually spent time with me talking about yesterday. Like really getting right. You know what I'm saying? And a good way to frame it is the bar method. And that's belief compiled with actions is going to give you a result. So you can have a negative belief with a negative action that's going to give you a negative result. And that's what a lot of people do over and over and over and over and over. Or you can have a positive belief matched with a positive action, and that's going to give you a positive result. And we got to string more of those together. And I'm not going to lie and I'm not going to lie and say, hey, it's easy to believe that. But it can become a formidable habit. So real quick in the chat, let me know what you think about that. And I'm going to give you pillar number 5. So what do you guys think about that? I'm going to drop the pillars here. So number 1, and then we'll talk about number 5. So number 1 is gotta get my notes here. Don't play the get rich slow game, right? Number 2 is separate time from money. Separate time from money. Yo, Max, what's popping, Brody? Yeah, so separate time from money, right? That's number 2. Number 3 is, and I got so many notes here, y'all. Number 3 is believe you are great. Number four is have an abundant mindset. Okay. Number five is a tough one, y'all. I'm not even going to hold you. Number five is tough. You know why number five is tough? Number five is tough is because it requires you to dig deeper. And it's really 10 pillars of success, but I'm giving you five. Number five requires you to do some really deep thinking and considering. So I'm taking my time because I want you guys to absorb this, right? So number five is really like protecting protecting your environment. It's man, I just gotta be honest with y'all. This is a tough one. I ain't gonna lie. But this may be one of the most important ones. One of the most life-changing pillars. Protecting your environment. What do I mean? Well, we talked about how mindset is so important. We talked about how abundant thinking is so important, right? Well, the most influential and susceptible parts of our whole being is our mind. What does that mean? That means even though there's a point that we can control what we're consuming in different variations, there's a lot we cannot control. So we always have to be on guard. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, what you're listening to, what you're watching, who you're exposed to, who you allow in your space, the way people talk to you, the way that you communicate with them, separating your emotions from a connection with someone that may not be advantageous to your growth. And that comes from family too, and friends and peers. It's tough, y'all. So, protecting your environment. Let me give you guys some examples here. So, what are you listening to when you're in your car? Are you mindlessly putting on the radio and just I'm in the car, radio's on. I'm not even thinking. It's just I just do this, and now you're like N word, N word, N word, N word. She got a She got a He does a I put out the You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just like, cause the beat's crazy. So you're just like, You know what I'm saying? So are you mindlessly doing that? Right? Or can you switch that to like Ty said, podcast, meditation, music, audiobook, something, right? Let's think about when you're at the crib. Some of us put on background. I mean, I used to do this all the time. Like I had to have like ESPN on, or I had to have some type of like white noise or background something, right? So I would feel comfortable and then I could work. So what is that visual? And can you not work with that visual, or can you change the visual to a visual that is conducive to your growth? Because your subconscious is taking us in. What about people? And this is a conversation I had with my mentor, one of my mentors yesterday. What about people? Who are you allowing in your presence? Do they deserve to be in your presence? Have they brought you energy that's not conducive to your growth? Are you allowing them to bring energy into your presence that doesn't really serve you, but because there's an emotional connection, you let it slide? These are tough questions. This is a real situation. This can really make or break your growth, or keep you stuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I was in a relationship with this girl, I would say about 8 years ago at this point, because it was 2014. I wasn't my best self, right? So I did some actions that weren't purposeful to possibly her environment, and I had an emotional connection, right? And because of actions that I did, I made myself feel like, you know, that I had to make it up. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing more. So like she shut that off. So like I wasn't conducive to her environment. But then because of my emotional connection, I was sabotaging my relationship with myself, and I was stuck for like a year. You know what I'm saying, with that emotional block. So I wasn't allowing myself to develop or having capacity to bring in anything new that would be good for my growth. Now, it's not a bad thing because I needed to kind of go through that. It just took me a year of time. But if I was more self-aware and more protective of my environment and gave myself more grace, I would not have wasted or been stuck for a year. Maybe I would have took 3 months, 4 months, 6 months or less. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very, very important because if you don't guard your environment, you're likely to allow other things outside of your control to have an influence on you, which will affect your result in current and real time, which will delay your progress and or success. You know what I'm saying? You change yourself 5 years. Ty says, I understand. The only time I turn the TV on is when I go to sleep. So I just wanted to share those with you guys because these 5 pillars, Stizzle was good. These 5 pillars could really change your situation at like warp speed. Let me just write something down. It could change the situation at warp speed. But you have to really guard your environment. Protect your environment. Because if you don't, like, all right, man, let me just keep it all the way real with y'all. Have you had people in your life that you just realize, okay, cool, you know, they're doing this, I'm doing this. There was a point in time when we were kind of like, you know, we were here together. Um, I'm going to a different level, or they're going to a different level. The alignment doesn't seem like it's the same anymore for whatever reason, growth or just whatever, maybe where the goals are. But you guys have a bond in your relationship, a connection. So you still spend similar to the same amount of time with each other, but then like the time that you spend isn't beneficial to you or the other person, let's just say. But because of that emotional connection, that relationship, like you stay. But over the course of time, if you don't course correct or like Mac was saying, tighten up boundaries and emotional standards, if you don't tighten those up, you'll end up being in an area where you're stuck or your progress is impeded, or it either never comes or it's just super slow because you're spending more time with a person just because you have an emotional connection and not because of anything else. So you don't speak up, they don't speak up. There's no course correction there. There's nothing that's going to, and it's not like you got to get rid of people in your life. It's just about just like compartmentalizing the time that you spend, and then really like being clear on that. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all get it. Anyway, I just want to give you these five pillars. There's 10, so maybe I'll come back and give you the other 5 at some point, or maybe I'll just make another YouTube video about it. But yeah, just want to send you guys the 5 pillars. Let's run through them real quick, and then I'm gonna be out. So pillar number 1 is don't play the get rich slow game. Pillar number 2, separate time from money. Pillar number 3, believe you are great. Pillar number 4, have an abundant mindset. And pillar number 5, protect your environment. All right, y'all. It's been another episode of the Imperfect Action Show. And I gotta be honest with you guys. Like we're coming dangerously up on episode number 10, and I'm super excited about that. Now, listen, maybe you need a little bit more accountability. Maybe you're someone that wants to make a deeper commitment. Maybe you're someone that does great in like-minded situations. I have a community from the podcast called the Action Takers Community. We focus on content, right? Helping you be a better content creator, executing, and also showing up more so you can actually give more to your audience and get to becoming a better creator. So if that is you want to click that link below. You want to join the Action Takers Community. It's $99 a month. Weekly strategy sessions. Accountability partners, like weekly tasks and challenges, access to the recordings. This is definitely just a group that you want to be a part of if you're looking to be a better creator. I'm just being honest and I'm just being real. You want to be a part of this group. Click the link below. Join the Action Takers Community. Next month, we have the Imperfect Action Con. Yes, you heard me correctly. Imperfect Action Con in person. It's going to be spicy over 2 days, August 19th and 20th. You do not want to miss this in Los Angeles. We are bringing the vibes back to Los Angeles. Not Atlanta, not Miami, not Houston, not New York, Los Angeles, California, and it's happening next week. Not next week, next month. So if you're looking forward to that, that link will be below too. Grab your tickets, man. And also, we will be announcing affiliate link tickets. So what does that mean? That means you can earn some money by just getting people to the conference, whether you decide to go or not. All right? So, all right, y'all. I appreciate you so much. This has been another episode of the Imperfect Action Show. Tomorrow, we have an amazing guest that's going to be coming on, giving a lot of spice and a lot of value. You do not want to miss that. And as Stacy said, Friday, we're but Friday we're holding a free webinar. This is going to be the Marketing Authority webinar. You don't want to miss that. It's completely free. Or you can pay $99 and get the VIP, which comes with a copy of my brand new book and an additional 45 minutes of Q&A. So if that's something you want to take advantage of, I will leave that link below as well. All right, y'all. It's been another episode of the Imperfect Action Show. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.